What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to our living room.
/ kitchen.
/ our this week's sponsor, Del Taco.
God, I wish.
and the Green Bay Packers, which is...
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And the Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers. Thanks, guys, for joining us so much. Sorry.
This is the Weekly Rental Podcast.
This is the Weekly Rental Podcast.
Where we talk about movies.
And rentals.
And stuff.
Not off to a great start.
Off to the best start.
Okay. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We got Anna, Amanda, which is you.
Yep. Hey.
Roche, Lacey, Mums, Bays, Segs. Everyone that we could ever wish for is here with us. And tonight, we are talking about the 2001 American classic, A Knight's Tale.
Wait,
are we not?
American classic?
Isn't it?
I mean...
I'm pretty sure it's American.
Are any of the actors American in it, though? Oh, I guess it says American
classic.
Medieval...
I guess the director's American, so it's all
adventure.
American.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, guys. So, 2001, A Knight's Tale. This movie is... First of all, if you haven't seen it, watch it.
I fed her, I promise.
Okay.
Cozy brought me her bowl.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's an amazing movie. It's definitely a movie that no matter how I'm feeling, I can turn it on and I know I'm going to feel good. Really? Oh. I thought you were going to say no.
No, yeah, of course you're going to feel good.
Yeah, it's
and
just...
then your heart is going to be ripped from your body and you're going to be sobbing uncontrollably. And then at the end, you're going to feel good again.
Sure. First of all, let's talk about, casting. Okay, so it was directed by Brian... Helgeland. Which, if you're like, oh, what else has he done?
Yeah.
Nothing of note.
Oh, mean. Probably something.
Probably
something that I've seen and liked.
He peaked in 2001.
Didn't we all? Okay, so here's the thing. Mom and I were talking about this today. Hi, Mom. Shout out. Best friend. Call her every day.
I'll talk to my mom because she doesn't call me.
I call my mom.
Oh, I'm reading the comments.
Anyway, Sagan, I will answer your comment in a moment. Mom and I were talking today about 2001. A Knight's Tale. Fellowship of the Ring. The film industry as a whole...
Okay, there we go.
...peaked in 2001. Have you seen as good of movies before 2001 or since? No. I mean, Return of the King, but... obviously. And, Pirates of the Caribbean came out in 2003, so...
I vividly remember when and where I first saw A Knight's Tale.
Okay.
We went to Blockbuster Movies on Main Street.
Where was that on Main?
There was a Papa John's there. It was on Morton. It was like bench school. If you went towards Main, that's where it was.
Got it. Okay.
For any of you who want to go to our hometown and figure out where the old Blockbuster was.
Yeah, which the building isn't there, so it doesn't even matter.
I remember my brother, Jake, who should be here, he's like, we're going to watch this. I'm like, that movie sounds stupid. Like, Knight's not in. Yeah, I'm like, okay,
these are
whatever.
fighting words.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed by his movie choice, but
I need to adjust.
In the early 2000s, we had a lot of good Blockbuster movie nights.
Told you.
God.
It was incredible.
We should go to Bend and go to the Blockbuster.
We should. We need to.
We should live vlog it.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good.
We'll take the long way to Montana through Bend.
I don't
stay with
that
your
idea,
cousin.
but... Oh, yeah, we could stay with my cousin.
Yeah, that'd be a good
I'm just offering. I'm like, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Anyway.
But I was like, all right, we'll watch this. And then the opening, We Will Rock You, as performed by... I was like... I didn't know the song because I was in second grade. But I was like, this is the one we do at the basketball games.
Fair.
And I was like, oh, yeah, so good. And I was just like... So good. What is this? Right. It starts off with just such a high note. You're like... Yeah. It's... I love the movie because it is like a medieval movie at heart. It's Geoffrey Chaucer's A Knight's Tale.
Right.
We'll get to the cast in a minute.
Okay.
But like, it's such a classic story. But then they have all these modern elements, like the soundtrack, amazing,
incredible.
They literally use the Nike swoosh and just in front of everyone, just blatantly, like.
It's amazing.
I assume Nike went to him and was like, "We want a product place in this movie."
Yeah.
And because there's that Martin. What's that other one? What's his name? Oh my gosh, where he goes back in time. Martin something.
Marty McFly.
No.
Back to the Future.
It's about this guy who works at a medieval carnival, and then somehow he goes back in time, and he has like New Balances and like all this other stuff, and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna bug me."
Night of the
Sagan.
Round Table.
You gotta connect with me, Sagan.
Our research team.
It?
Will you let us know what this is?
What is it called? I think it's Martin something. He was
The actor in its name is Martin?
I think so.
Okay.
He's a black comedian from like the early 2000s. What was his name? Anyways, we'll get back to it. But like, they literally like made all these pop culture references work.
Yeah.
In this medieval movie, and it was an instant classic. It was great.
Yes. I was watching clips today.
Okay.
Was like 2 seconds.
The whole movie is overrated.
I was 2 seconds from watching the entire movie, but then I was like, no, Sean's not home from work. Can't watch it without him. Like, so it's incredible. But so I was watching clips, and whatever they were talking about, I was like, this didn't...
Oh, our dog just turned on the Xbox.
Oh my god.
That was crazy.
Remember how last week we had a jump scare, and now this week Cozy just turned on the Xbox, and I pooped my pants. Because Cozy's nowhere close to the Xbox, so I was like, okay, we got a ghost. Anyway, whatever they made a reference to, I was like, that didn't exist.
Absolutely.
Back then, but I can't remember what it was. It was like the scene where they're all sitting around making bets against the Frenchmen, and they made a reference, but I can't.
They talk about how the Pope is French.
Yeah,
but Jesus is
English. But no, they make some other thing, another reference. Watt says it, I think, and I was just like, oh my god, genius. And then the scene where William follows her into the church on his horse.
Yes.
And he's like, give me your name. And she goes, call me a fox hunter because that's all I am. And he goes, then a fox you shall be until I find your name, my foxy lady. And I was just like, oh, the love of my
First
life.
of all, the only person who should use like modern catchphrases like foxy or whatever is Bruce Campbell. When he travels back in time in Army of Darkness.
No, absolutely not.
It says groovy, baby. But let's talk about the cast. Amazing cast.
Incredible.
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
R.I.P.
Yeah, we
love.
know.
He's not just
Nobody's watching this. Sorry, Pete the mic. Nobody's watching this and being like,
I hate Heath Ledger.
I wonder what Heath Ledger is still alive currently.
Fair. R.I.P.
Yes, he did it.
Martin the comedian and his movie Black Knight.
Black Knight. Thank you so much, Sagan. I'm glad. See, Sagan can like get.
Your brother. Is that Jake? I think it was the Black Knight.
I think it's my dad. But yeah, it was the Black Knight. But yeah, he goes back and like, it was like their product placement. Going back to that thought was like super blatant because they're like he's from the future, but like all the things they did in A Knight's Tale was so great because
it wasn't.
It wasn't. They just like worked it in. It was so good. But let's talk about the cast.
So good. Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yes, we love
as
William Thatcher
/
Sir Ulrich von Lichtenstein from Gelderland.
I have to like brace myself before I say his name because it's such a mouthful.
There are too many syllables.
Right, we got Mark Addy, who is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Yep.
Robert Baratheon, the true king of the Seven Kingdoms.
Mom, did I not tell you that you would say that? As Roland. Who's a squire.
Who's the other squire, the ginger?
Watt. Alan Tudyk.
I can never remember his name, but I've seen him in several things. And then you got...
Firefly. So good. We love.
And then you got...
I don't know the actress's name.
I don't either.
Oh, Kate. That's not who you were going to say.
No,
but Kate, who's
Shannon
the blacksmith.
Saucerman.
Shannon Saucerman plays Jocelyn, the love interest. Lady Jocelyn.
What is...
Laura Fraser, maybe?
Paul Bettany.
Yes.
As Geoffrey Chaucer, who writes A Knight's Tale.
Incredible.
So good. And he's just like hanging out.
Also, you were talking about the first time you ever saw A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
And Mom on the phone today said she went and saw it in theaters, which I'm like,
Without you?
so jealous. Yeah, with Dad, probably on like date night or something. But so I didn't see it until she bought it on DVD, and we watched it on our iMac. Or like the you know, the big...
The colored ones?
Yeah, we had a charcoal one though.
That's stupid.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
But so we watched it on our iMac, which was like, we had this like hutch that we put our computer in the corner of the room. And so it was like way up here. We're on the ground, like straining our neck
You guys
to
had
watch
standing
it.
desks before standing desks were
Pretty
cool?
much, yeah.
Cool.
But I remember watching it and loving all the music, but I also vividly remember being like, Mom, you're making me watch a movie with a guy's butt?
I know.
His bare butt?
Me too. I was like, what kind of Christian household are we living in?
I mean, we see Shrek's butt in Shrek.
It is true for a split second.
Yeah, but like, this was a real non-green person, you know?
Yep. And then you were like, Lord of the Rings is coming out. It's also medieval times, kinda.
Yeah, hope there are butts in it.
Hope there's butts in it. Some Gollum butt. Oh.
We love Andy Serkis.
Yes, Mark Addy, Robert Baratheon. Also, Man of the House? Is the one he did? You don't watch family, like, sitcoms.
No.
My family loves them. I'm pretty sure it's Man of the House. Correct me if I'm wrong, family. My dad would probably be like, it's this one. And I'll be like, you got it.
Mm-hmm. Rufus Sewell.
Who?
Plays Count Adamar, the bad guy. What?
I thought it was Oscar Isaac.
Not even close. Like, yeah, they have dark curly hair. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Sean is confusing two male actors.
I didn't even know who the woman was. So that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Apparently
fine.
she's a fox.
Yeah.
Which is... His character was weird.
Whose?
Count Atamar.
Count
not
Adamar.
Oscar Isaac. Poe Dameron's character in that movie was
Nope.
weird. He doesn't like Ulrich.
Yeah.
It never really establishes why.
Because
He, like, looks at him one time, and there's, like, dark, ominous music, and
No.
he's wearing all black, so we know he's the bad guy.
it's all about Jocelyn. He looks at him wrong because he sees his connection with Jocelyn. Because Count Adamar wants to marry Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, not a good character. Just-
What are you talking about? She's great.
No, she's very toxic.
Explain.
Okay, so, first of all,
Yeah.
he rides into the church, and he, like, asks for a name,
Yeah.
whatever, play hard to get, because,
Yeah.
like, you've probably been swooned over before.
Yeah.
Whatever, that part's all fine.
Yeah.
And then they start to like each other.
Yes.
And then at one point she's like, if you love me, you'll lose.
Yeah.
This is like the one thing he's good at. It's like, if
Yeah.
you're in a relationship, if you came into my life and was like, Sean, you need to stop going to dance clubs and partying. And I'm like, I'm so good at that, though.
Sean, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, I don't have a good example because I'm not good at anything.
No, but here's the deal. Because she's like this beautiful woman. Every man is in love with her. So every man is like...
toxic.
Every man is like, Jocelyn, I'm going to win this fight for you. So she's like, I want you to prove to me that you're different from all the other guys.
He stands there and he gets just hit. Lances. The
Yeah.
first, like, charge, I'm going to call it, we see in the movie, someone dies.
Yeah.
So she's just like, stand there, still.
Yeah.
Have these people just, like, plow into you one after another.
Yeah.
Don't die.
Correct.
And he does it. And I'm like, dude, you got to get out of that. If one of my friends is like that, where if one of my friends is like, I told my boyfriend to stand there and just have one guy after another come up and punch him in the face until I said stop, we'd be like, bro, get out of that relationship. Like, that girl's insane. Wow. And then at one point she's like, I changed my mind. You can win again. Like, he doesn't need your permission.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
You're the baggage. He can do way better than you. Jocelyn, go off with your Poe Dameron knockoff and go have little ugly children that you're probably related
Is that
anyways.
you?
Yeah.
Scared me.
Are
Did
you
you
okay?
break something?
I didn't realize we needed to have like trigger warnings in this episode.
We do. I get scared really easily, apparently.
Yeah, but it's just a toxic relationship. It's like Ulrich.
His name's William.
And it's like...
Okay, here... Wait,
he has way more chemistry with the blacksmith anyways.
I figured they wanted to see Cozy lay down. What an angel.
Yeah, thank you. If a lady made me get jousted into repeatedly, I think I'd leave.
Here's the thing.
Thank you, Sagan.
Yeah, fair. He doesn't tell her his real identity.
That's fine.
Oh, nothing toxic about that, eh? You moron. Got him right there.
This is a terrible movie.
Takes two to tango, Ulrich. Jeez.
There has to be a case. Titanic. Jack gave Rose some like fake information to start with or something.
No.
He's at the dinner. They thought he was rich, right?
No. Did you watch Titanic?
No, I mean, I stopped at like all the Kate Winslet parts. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Nice.
She tries to jump off the back of the boat.
Yeah, and he's from
He saved
Chippewa
her life.
Falls.
Yeah. The home of Miller High Life, the champagne of beer. So Jackie boy, Jack Dawson, he saves her so she doesn't jump off of the boat into the really cold water, you see.
Yeah.
And then, as a thank you, all of her richy rich uppity friends invite him to eat dinner with them. But there was no casserole on that table, so Jackie boy said,
"Oh yeah, no hot dish.
I'm out. No hot dish."
Right, I'll be sleeping with the walleyes tonight.
And then, literally, the boat crashes, and they
Spoilers!
do. He does.
We only had one of the VHS tapes, so I never saw the ending. I thought it was half. I'm just kidding.
Stresses me out because it could be true.
There was a time, for some reason, the way my family decided to watch Titanic. I know we're getting off topic, but this is important. We had the VHS. In reverse. Every morning when we were getting up and get ready for school, we'd watch like 5 minutes of it, and then we'd go to school. So I literally watched Titanic over the course of like 2 months.
I hate that.
Yep.
Cool. Guess what we're gonna do? Yeah, Sagan said, I think I need to rewatch Titanic. Same.
Yeah,
Also,
I got the gist.
My mom, I told her today, you've never seen Phantom of the Opera, and she like blew my eardrum out screaming, "What?" So we need to watch that.
I got the gist. Gerard Butler falls in love with a girl.
Emmy Rossum from Shameless.
Fiona. She's great.
Yeah, we love. And she has an incredible voice.
We should watch Shameless. She went from Phantom of the Opera to a TV show.
Yeah. She's great.
She's no William H. Macy.
Anyway, yeah, R.I.P. Bill Paxton, he's in Titanic too.
Is he?
Yes, he's the explorer. He's like the guy. The guy that's hunting for the heart of the ocean. Without him, we wouldn't have the old lady telling the story of her past.
It's been 84 years.
There you go. You know the memes.
My great grandma was alive when the Titanic sank.
So was mine.
Let me finish my
Mom?
story.
Yeah.
But I remember my sister asked her if she was alive when the Titanic sank. She didn't like that.
Oh, I was like, why? Like,
I think I am, but she was like 2.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think my great grandma was like a couple months, like 6 months old or something.
Right.
Yeah.
A Knight's
Anyway,
Tale.
A Knight's Tale. That's what we're discussing today. So soundtrack incredible, cast
Incredible.
we
Because
love.
everyone's great. Because like everyone kind of falls into their tropes of like Heath Ledger wants to be like a noble young knight, like by the book, win the girl sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mark Addy.
Very Aladdin.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good. Yeah. Mark Addy wants to rule Westeros someday, and
Yep, that's Roland's plotline. He's like, I need you to be a knight so I can rule the countries.
yeah, exactly.
The kingdom.
It was great because he's like the headstrong friend who like teaches him how to joust because William's only good at sword fighting and stuff. So they teach him how to joust. I love it when Geoffrey Chaucer. I totally spaced his name.
Chaucer.
No,
Oh, Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany, thank you. I totally love it when Paul Bettany first does his like first interaction and it is this incredible monumental speech because everyone's like coming up and like, so William H. Macy, and like just like walk off and gives like this grandioso like applaud sort of thing. I'm still thinking about Shameless.
Clearly, I was like William H. Macy.
This like grandioso like entrance, and then it's like you're like, oh, this is so good, and it's the directorial kind of angle they came from where they were like, it's just silent afterwards. Nobody reacts. It's so good.
Funny.
And then Mark Eddy's like, yeah!
And then they're all
and
like,
everyone's like, yeah, it's so good. Or like when they're doing
so
the
good.
wave, you're like,
yeah.
medieval times were on fleek. So
incredible.
good.
Oh my god.
So
good.
we both watched scenes today.
Yeah.
I watched all the cool jousting scenes.
Yeah.
I totally forgot he rides his horse into a chapel until you said that.
Yeah, I watched all the like romantic scenes.
Yeah.
So like him riding his horse into the chapel to get her name, and then all the like monks
who are just
lead him out the door.
Have you seen like that Vine where it's like the opera lady like trying to get into the bus?
Yeah.
That's how I pictured the monks.
That's literally what it was. They're like singing, and then the guy, the head.
Everyone knows that
guy.
like 5 priests are equal to 1 horse.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Horses have 5 priest power.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it's so good though. And then I watched this scene, like the love scene where she comes in and smooches him. And then, because he stood there and took all the hits. So then she came in to be like, you're great, and like kissed him, and he's like, ow, and she looked at his owie, his wound, and she's like, you need a surgeon, and he's like, yeah, he was just here. He said I'll live. And she's like, cool.
Yeah, right? If like I'm hanging out with the bros and like we're taking our shirts off for some reason, he has bruises everywhere, I'd be like, we have to stop our calendar photo shoot and address these issues. It's the only thing I can think of why me and my friends would be taking our shirts off.
Got it.
But if you guys want a weekly rental calendar
with Sean shirtless?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get some of my other friends.
Covered in
Sagan,
bruises.
you're in. We'll get like Jake, and that's all the men who watch this.
Got it. Jared
and Jacob. Yeah. It'll be...
My dad, Austin.
Yeah, I could probably get your dad shirtless.
Your dad?
We could figure it out.
I hate this.
Oh, that's like a weird turn.
It did. Yeah, it's so good. I watched the scene, the dance scene, which Sagan brought up earlier. That's the only scene I remember.
Did Caitlin say it's My Heart Will Go On?
No, Caitlin, she made 7-year-olds dance to My Heart Will Go On. And they didn't understand.
That's from the Titanic.
Yeah, but
Demi Lovato. No.
What?
What is her? Celine Dion.
Can you imagine if it was Demi Lovato? Near, far, where?
Save that for our impression video coming out
right.
in 6 months to a year.
You're right. 6 months to a year. And we have to do our complete 2-man performance of Les Miserables.
Exactly.
In its entirety.
Hear me out.
Okay.
We watch The Muppets next week. And then we do the podcast with sock puppets.
Deal? I have never...
Or any movie, we'll just do it with sock puppets.
I've seen the Muppets movie with Jason Segel.
Oh, there's one with Tim Curry.
And I've never seen
Treasure
any
Island.
of the other ones. Yeah.
So good.
I've never seen it all the way through.
So good. Tim Curry.
Yeah, we love.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Thanks, Sagan. It wasn't. Austin will take his shirt off.
Cool. He's gonna get way more followers on his Instagram.
Oh yeah. By the way, shout out to my brother. If you like Jeeps, go follow Samwise Gam Jeep on Instagram.
Where were we?
I don't know.
A Knight's Tale. It's a great movie.
It's so good.
It really is.
Oh, the dance scene.
Oh yeah, which I don't remember.
No,
I vaguely remember him like learning how to dance.
Yeah, so he learned how to dance. I watched that scene too because he was learning with Watt, and Chaucer was just sitting there going 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's like, and Watt's,
Chaucer is the best person.
Every
scene
incredible.
he's in, he steals it.
He steals it,
so
absolutely
good.
Incredible.
Before he got Vision, literally 2 weeks before he got it, his agent was like, "You'll never act again. Like you're washed up."
That is stupid and doesn't make any sense to me. Because he's incredible. No, but besides that, like...
so good.
Like, his character in A Beautiful Mind...
This is A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
Is he the...
He's the best friend. John Nash's best friend.
The one who doesn't exist.
Yeah. Spoilers, but...
It's Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Russell Crowe. Oh my god. We need to watch...
I didn't know we were swooning over Russell Crowe.
Love Russell Crowe. We need to watch The Nice Guys.
I was thinking Gladiator.
No, I think that movie is garbage. Like, I've watched it in the last 7 years.
I like him in P.S. I Love You.
He's not in that, but...
No, I was thinking... P.S. I Love You, actually. I was then thinking The Notebook, which he's definitely not in.
That's Ryan Gosling, who's in The Nice Guys.
Full circle. I hate us. Like, nobody can follow what we're talking about. It is literally like a web chart of the most obscure references just zigzagging back and forth.
And yet they stay.
Or, I assume they just oh, Sean and Amanda's thing's on. Well, go put your phone in the other room.
In the other room.
Say hi when you first log on, and we'll check it in an hour.
Exactly. Yeah.
As we're crying, singing some song from some obscure musical.
All of them. Oh, okay. Let me talk about the dance scene.
Yes, they learn how to dance. Chaucer.
Yeah. So they learn. Yeah. So Chaucer does that, and then Watt punches him in the face.
Why?
Because he's like.
It's not good friendship.
Watt's supposed to be the man. Or he's supposed to be the girl. He's not supposed to lead, whatever. So then Watt punches him in the face. And then he turns around and he's like, I don't want to. And his nose is all bloody. The direction is incredible. The writing is gold, but the direction is, perfection.
He wrote it, too. This Brian guy.
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
So good.
Incredible. But so then Kate comes by. Kate the blacksmith, who we haven't really talked about, but she is my favorite. I keep saying Chaucer's my favorite. Kate is my favorite.
Okay.
Because she's a blacksmith, and we love that in this house. And she's a woman, and I'm obsessed with her. But so she's looking at them, and they're like, will you help him learn how to dance? And she's like, no. Because he says something like, you do it then. And she's like, no. And so they're like, William, ask her nicely if she'll show you how to dance. So then it's all of them dancing, and it's really fun. While Roland is making his tunic out of the tent, which is my other favorite scene, because Jocelyn's lady in waiting or whatever comes up and she goes, she wants to know what color his tunic will be for the party. And they're like, and then Roland sees the tent behind her and is like, green with sort of a light green and little wooden toggles. And then it's just the direction is so good.
I never noticed that.
Oh, really? No,
so
but that's why the direction is so good, because he's looking off at the tent, and then it shows.
And she's framed to the side.
Yeah, and then it cuts. No, it cuts to the other William.
Yeah.
Watt and Chaucer, I think, and they all are looking at Roland, where is he coming with this? And then they all look at the tent, and then they're all like, oh my god, he's gonna make it out of the tent. Okay, don't stare at the tent. So she turns around, it's so good.
We should have watched it. I know you said we shouldn't watch it, but we should have.
I know we should have. We will after this. Also, the last time we watched it, do you remember that? Just a fond memory.
You sobbing on an airplane.
Okay, so for context.
No, that's it.
No. So we went to Vegas. Was that 2019?
Something like that, yeah.
So we went to Vegas, and our flight home was at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So we had to get up at 3 to get to the airport and wait in the airport. And Sean didn't get back to the hotel room until 1 a.m. So I was awake.
I had a good night.
All night long.
It's not my fault.
And then literally your fault.
You could have slept.
No.
Okay.
So I was awake all night long, and then we get on this plane and we're like, okay, we need to relax, so let's watch A Knight's Tale. So I'm sleep deprived, so anxious. And then Sean. Oh, and then okay. We haven't talked about William's father yet.
And we'll get there. Are you going to keep talking about it? Wow,
Anyway.
you're gonna be a mess.
So we're on the plane and I'm crying, and I just remember Sean leaning over to me and being like, he literally said, Amanda, you have to stop because the people on this plane will think that I'm human trafficking you because you are crying so hard right now. And I was like, but it's sad. Anyway.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, so, anyway, the dance scene. So he goes to the ball.
Oh, that's what we're talking Wow.
That's what we're talking about. So he goes to the ball, and he's sitting there, and Count Adamar is there. And Count Adamar goes, hey, Ulrich. Hey, Sir Ulrich, Knight of Gelderland, or whatever, you know. Give us a dance from your land, homie.
Oh, did they do the Thriller?
That's what I was hoping.
That was
but
13
no.
going on 30.
Yeah, that was 13 going
So
on 30.
good.
With Hulk. Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, I was like, we were talking about Lou Ferrigno today.
We were. Other Hulk. Not Ed Norton, not Eric Bana. The other one.
The original.
No.
Yeah.
The newest.
Lou Ferrigno was the original.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Mark Ruffalo was in 13 going on 30.
about. Right.
Anyway.
The Laser Girl. Gwyneth Paltrow. She plays like this lesbian that Mark Ruffalo has a kid with, and they name the kid Laser.
That's not Gwyneth Paltrow. That's Julianne Moore.
Ooh, who we love.
And
who looks exactly
Annette
like
Bening. No, Julianne Moore's a redhead.
And Taron Egerton is the kid.
No, Josh Hutcherson. Whoa. It is a miracle that I have followed you.
What's the movie?
This far. The kids will be all right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone else is with us, you deserve a friggin' medal. Wow.
Oh, I'm tearing up because of that. All right, so they dance.
Yeah, so he stands up and he's like, since you're a knight from this made-up land, tell me your dance. So then William's like, well, you do this, and then you bow,
Yeah.
and then you do this, and they were all, like, watching him, and then Jocelyn comes up and, like, helps him,
Yeah.
and then they all do this, like, intricate, like, medieval dance,
Yeah.
and then the best part is in the middle of this dance, it starts playing Golden Years, and
What's
then they,
Golden
like,
Years?
have a dance. Golden Years, the song. I don't have any battery. I need your help.
For what?
I don't remember who sings it.
Okay.
Golden Years.
Caitlin does. That's back when, like, every movie needed, like, a choreographed dance scene.
Yeah.
So good.
Including Fellowship of the Ring. They dance at Bilbo's party.
I guess they do.
They do. And then Sam's sitting there and he's like,
I want to ask Mary to dance.
yeah, Rosie Cotton. And then they're like, go ask Rosie to dance. And he's like, brr, 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 brr. And then they
Have
push.
another ale.
Yeah, they push him out there and then he dances with her. And I just
Our
love
Lord
it
of the Ring
so
episode
much.
is going to be like 4 episodes per movie.
Oh, easily.
Mostly you crying.
Just me crying. And then I'll just like play the soundtrack.
You're just sobbing.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dance was great.
Incredible.
Yeah, it really was.
So good. And then the second half of the movie, I black out because it's emotionally traumatizing.
He jousts against the Prince of England.
Yeah. Prince John?
Prince William.
Prince Richard? It's not.
I think it's William.
What is his name?
Edwards.
Edward.
I think it's Prince Edwards.
Google it. Help.
Nah.
Help. David
Probably.
Bowie. Thank you, Mom.
David Bowie's in it?
Golden Years by David Bowie.
I was like, this cast did have everyone. I'm an alligator. I'm a mama papa coming for you.
Other one.
Space Invader.
Yeah, other one though.
That's the only David Bowie song I know.
That's not true.
Right. It's a terror knowing what this world is about.
Oh,
That's Under Pressure.
Yeah, I was like, that's not. I thought you were gonna sing changes.
Is that David Bowie?
Yeah.
It's great.
So good.
Right.
We love.
What are we talking about?
The
Oh,
second...
he's jousting Prince Edward.
yeah. Prince.
And
Prince.
Chaucer comes up, he's like, it's the crown prince. Like, you can't attack him. He's never lost a battle. And they're all like, we know, we're English. We get it.
Yeah.
And then Chaucer runs over to, like, hang up the flag to forfeit the match. But Heath Ledger's like, grabs a stick, and they charge. This. They go after it, hit, and they come back because it was a draw to, like, talk.
Edward the Black Prince.
Who cares?
Sagan, I asked him, and he told me.
Oh.
He
Thank
provided.
You, Sagan. I'm sorry,
Thank
Sagan.
you.
I'm very sorry. Yeah. Speaking of toxic relationships, Sagan, I shouldn't be acting this way, and I'm sorry.
That's right.
What is your dog doing?
Being cute, I assume.
Just very cute.
Sorry, I had an itchy nose.
But so then he's like, you knew me and you still rode. He's like, I don't back down. And he's like, me either. Good luck. And then they're like bros. And then, which it becomes important that they're bros for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk about the ending?
Well.
Spoiler alert. Aldrich von Liechtenstein, not a real person.
Yeah.
He was a real person. The storyline is true about Aldrich.
No.
In history.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a real Aldrich that like this is loosely based off of.
I didn't know any of that.
His name's not. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you on the struggle
You're having
bus?
a hard life, huh? Cutie.
So they find out he's spoiler. Any movie in which someone assumes a fake identity, it's always revealed who they are. Otherwise, there's no point in having the fake identity to start with.
Fair.
Like, literally, The Departed, they all die.
There's a fake identity in The Departed.
He's an undercover cop.
All cop movies have undercover cops.
That's not true. The
Oh
Boys.
my god. The last few episodes of Walker.
I was going to say 21 Jump Street, but that is literally all undercover.
Yeah.
What about Walker?
Oh, he was undercover in the last episode.
That was it?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
It was good. Wow.
So, anyways, like the Poe Dameron's not character.
Yeah, Rufus Sewell.
Yeah.
Count Adamar.
Sure. Count Adamar is like, you're a phony. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Connected the dots.
Yeah.
Put him in the stockades.
You missed it all.
I said should talk about the ending.
No, but you missed the most integral part of the film, which is how Adamar found out.
I said they did the wave.
I hate you, first of all. No, how they found
You're
out.
Right. I'm sorry.
That I'm
very sorry.
William Thatcher. He's a Thatcher's son. Back in the old days, they would give people last names for their occupation, which is why my last name is Grubbs. Because my ancestors ate a lot of food.
I thought you said ate worms.
Or that.
Or worm people.
No, Grubbs means like a small dwarvish man.
Right. And you can't spell slaw without slaughter. No, slaughter without slaw.
Okay.
I come from a long line of murderers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See?
Has tinnitus with that impression? What's my impression?
What?
Caitlin says...
Tetanus.
What's tetanus?
Tetanus. Like...
Yeah,
like
we get it. You're a nurse. You're fine.
You get your tetanus shot when you step on a rusty nail.
Wait,
anyways.
It's become clear to me that during this episode that has been way too long since I've seen the movie, I am so lost. You're fine. You should watch it, honestly.
Yeah, watch it. I want to let you know now that I looked up whether or not it's streaming. It's not. So you have to buy it. Oh, bummer.
Yeah, but you should.
You're welcome. Buy it, because it's incredible.
Yeah, support Mark Addy and Paul Bettany. He's not doing great. He needs money.
Yeah.
WandaVision was a flop.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Sorry. I know where we're going.
Okay. He's a Thatcher's son.
Yes. William Thatcher.
Yeah. Thatchers are people that thatch roofs. So they fix hay roofs. Like back in the day. Roofs? What do you... Roofs?
Revise.
Okay. Anyway. English is hard. Muscle paralysis, Caitlin said. Anyway, so he fixes...
Having a stroke and Caitlin doesn't want to tell us.
He fixes roofs, but he doesn't do that anymore because he's gone blind.
Okay.
in his old age, or it's medieval times. He's like 40.
Before like Social Security.
Yeah. So he goes blind. So instead he starts like making fishing nets.
Oh, okay.
So William I can't talk about it. I'm literally crying. William.
Do you want me to... This is why people thought I was kidnapping you. You can't even talk about it. Watching it is so much worse. I'm playing with my chair. I'm so sorry.
Well, I feel like... Look, my face is bright red. I feel like Rochelle when she talks about Toy Story 3.
They're holding hands.
They're holding hands. So, William goes... He was taken up... Okay, his dad, when he was a little boy...
Yes.
He went to watch the knights play, joust, whatever. Play. They're games. And so he was like, Dad, I want to do... I can't. You have to do it. I can't talk about it. It's so good.
Okay, so his dad... I don't know if William asked to go do it, but he sends him off with a knight to be a squire.
Yeah.
So that he can... Do you want to say it?
I, thought that I was going to, be laughing and joking and not actually crying. But I'm genuinely crying.
I see that.
I'm so embarrassed.
People are like, yeah, how's the podcast? It was about 20 minutes of Amanda crying.
I'm in a full meltdown. Anyway.
So he sends his son
Yeah.
with a knight to be a squire.
Yeah.
And as he's saying goodbye, he says...
You have to say it. I can't do it.
You said...
Mom, are you crying also?
You got this.
No, well, because when he's watching the night, he says, can a man change his stars? Yeah. Can he do it, Father? Can he change his stars? And then his dad's like, sure, with enough hard work or whatever. And, so when William comes back to England, finally, the whole movie takes place in France.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to England and goes and finds his dad. And then he's, talking about, my name's Sir Ulrich and whatever, and I have news about your son. He's, pretending that he's not his son. And then the dad is like, did he do it? Did he change his stars? And then they hug and they're crying, and it is, the most beautiful scene ever.
Yeah.
I did it. I got through it. I can't think about it anymore.
He's like, oh, you're the name they've been chanting. He's like, yeah. And then he realizes that his son is the person everyone loves.
Yeah.
But then Poe Dameron is watching.
It's not Poe Dameron.
Details.
I'm so stressed out.
My casting sounds way better. Poe Dameron. Taron Egerton.
Yeah, I love already. I'm like, yeah, let's remake a Knight's Tale. Wait, Taron Egerton is...
He's Laser in Mark Ruffalo's movie.
Yeah, which is not a Knight's Tale.
We can probably cast him.
Your dad let us know, though, it's on Saturday the 20th at 10:30 on TBS. 10:30 Mountain Standard Time. Will we be there? No, not yet. Dang it.
No, but so good.
Well, we'll
if you have
buy it.
TBS in Montana, check it out.
Or in Oregon. Or anywhere else in the world.
You should buy the movie because it's so good.
Cozy.
So Poe Dameron watches from the shadows that he goes to the Thatcher.
Count Adamar.
So he's able to find out who the Thatcher is, and they're like, "Your son's not rich; he's a poor man."
Yeah.
So they hang him in the stockades, and people throw fruit at him and spit on him and stuff, and it's not a good time to be Heath Ledger.
Is it ever a good time to be Heath Ledger? Yikes.
Just stay away from the Olsen twins.
Oh my god, Paul Bettany is with an Olsen in WandaVision.
Oh my gosh. This is payback.
What?
I don't know.
Cozy,
I feel as though we have not seen the last of Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen.
I hope not.
Me too. You're great.
We love WandaVision.
Yeah, it was really good. But anyways, Liechtenstein's BFF, Prince Edward comes back, is like, listen, everyone.
Oh, I'm gonna cry again.
This man is noble. Yeah. I had my own people look into it. Don't question me. I'm pretty much the king.
He knights him.
Yeah.
Like Jamie and Brienne.
You're gonna cry about that part too.
I just spent this whole podcast sobbing.
Yeah, so he knights him then and there.
I'm gonna murder your dog, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna murder you. It was nice knowing you. I'll entertain everybody. Don't worry.
Thanks.
Full circle. That is literally the catchphrase of our podcast, is full circle. Austin Cable is something that people used to have to watch TV. It's more for us older people. Me at every work, I assume you mean crying, and if so, you may want to look into a new job, Caitlin, because it's not healthy to cry all day long at work. You good?
Yeah, I gave her a treat. It'll hold her off for 2 minutes tops.
Cool. So he knights.
Yeah, William.
Sir William of Thatch.
Yeah, of Thatch.
And so he's able to compete. Mm-hmm. Poe Dameron's character doesn't like it.
Count Adhemar.
I don't know why I can't remember the name Adhemar, but for future reference, if I say Poe Dameron, I mean
Count Adhemar.
Count Adhemar. Which, first of all, if you're in a movie and you're a count, you're a bad guy. Count Dracula. Count Adhemar.
The Count?
The Count from Moulin Rouge.
That's the Duke.
Which is a knockoff of a Count.
Yeah, what's the difference between a Count and a Duke?
Sagan knows.
And a Vicomte.
That's French.
Yeah, for Count, I think.
So it's the same?
I don't know. Let's
Anyways,
find out.
So Adhemar is mad because he's like, I can only win if I cheat and get Will out of the tournament. Now we got to play hardball. Yeah. So they're both the best. So they get to the finals in the jousting. Mm-hmm. There's other events. It doesn't really matter because apparently all the money is in jousting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Adhemar puts spiked tips on the end of his lance because they're supposed to be blunted because it's for funsies, not for murder.
Right.
So he puts
it's not war.
Yeah, so he puts these actual spear points.
Yeah.
On these breakaway tips that goes into you.
Yeah.
First joust, and hits Will, and you're like, Will's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game over.
Oh, I guess never mind. I was like, how in medieval times did they come up with breakaway? But then I remembered the Nike symbol, so it's all in the same universe, and it works.
Yeah. But a lot of people have blunt tips. Williams had just flat tips that he would just hit people with, and it was fine. And they use balsa wood. It's not true. Don't repeat that fact.
I was like, what? No, it wasn't.
No, we're getting all the toys out.
I want a new dog.
The real reason we're going to Montana, just to ditch her. Aww.
Do you want to say hi? No? Okay.
So majestic.
Yeah, Sagan said earlier it would only be more emotional if Heath Ledger's dad was a dog. Yeah, fair.
No, because he would have died.
Exactly, so it would have been more emotional.
That's true.
The dad didn't die.
No.
In the movie.
But if he was a dog, he would have.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a horror movie, so not necessarily.
Dogs die in every... Name one movie with a dog that doesn't die.
That movie that I love...
Scooby-Doo. But that was a CGI dog, so that doesn't count.
No, the movie that I love with Meryl Streep and Joe Mazzello and Kevin Bacon... And there's a dog, and they're on the rafting. They're rafting down the river. And then they kick the dog off, and you're like, the dog's going to be lost in the woods forever by itself. And I was, sobbing and didn't want to finish the movie. And then the dog comes back and saves their life. An angel.
Oh.
A duke is senior to a marquis or marquess, who is senior to an earl, who is senior to a baron. They have different robes and coronets. A count is a foreign word for an earl.
Love it. So a duke is the best.
Duke, Marquis, Earl / Count, Baron. Ooh, so like Red Baron, there's a reason that's like one of the worst pizzas. If it was Earl Baron.
There was the Grand Old Duke of York.
Yeah.
Who had 1,000 men.
Okay.
He marched them up the hill.
Okay.
And he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down.
Okay.
And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down.
Also, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Okay.
And he had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put him back together again.
That's some creepy Frankenstein stuff.
Roger Tofty did.
You want to go to the Enchanted Forest?
Rev in the Enchanted Forest.
You want to go to the Enchanted Forest?
Obviously. Yes.
So anyways, so William gets spiked.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's bad because like I don't think they really had doctors. He goes to a surgeon once.
You know what he needed? A tetanus shot. Am I wrong?
So they're like, you gotta forfeit because you're about to die.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, quitters quit.
Yeah.
And I ain't no quitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes again for a second charge and he can't hold the lance, so he like veers off and he gets hit again. And then we're like, so then William takes off his armor.
Yeah.
To charge Paul Bettany. Nope. To charge Poe Dameron.
Count Adamar.
That would have been way worse. Starts taking out his squires. But so while Will is like about to like try to figure it out, Chaucer gets up and like, I never did my introduction, and like hypes the crowd, and people are losing their mind.
Oh yeah.
And like that montage of power or whatever gives Will the ability to somehow recover.
He gets him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets him, and he like
screaming.
and he like he like falls off like 8 times.
End over end, yeah.
It was great. And there was this weird like shot where the camera was pointing at the sky and everyone's like heads are around.
Yeah, which I read a fun fact about that. Before that, I do need to give an honorable mention to their kiss at the end of the movie, Will and Jocelyn.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so awkward because he's like holding her face like this, and I remember being like,
is that how you
quit
kiss?
doing that. But I didn't know if it was because his arm was hurt. I don't know. It really bothered me. But then the scene you're talking about is an after credit scene that the studio tried to cut. Like, they wanted it to end on the kiss and not have the after credit scene.
Oh, really?
Which is, like, the best part, where they're all... Yeah, the shot is, like, as though Adamar is looking up at all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, because he says the line to Will, you have... help.
We should have watched
Mom, you have something, and you have been found wanted.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And so they say that to him, like looking down at him, and then it shows his face, like, ugh.
Which is like a total catastrophe because he was like a great military commander in the field, and now he's like down and out, and now it's like, well, who's gonna lead our armies? This Thatcher kid? That's not a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think about the repercussions of it
because I
all.
think they're fighting the Spanish.
Sure.
Could be wrong.
Why? For fun?
That's what you did in the movie. You're like, guess we'll go to war.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 movie.
Oh, 15 out of 10. It's almost as perfect as The Fast and the Furious. Fight me. Fight me.
I do like Tokyo Drift.
How dare you?
It's so good.
Oh, Austin coming in clutch. My favorite brother. You have been weighed, you have been measured, you have been found wanted.
Wanting.
Wanting?
I think it's wanting.
Either way, we love. We love! Thoughts? How'd you guys do?
Jake's like
Even
Alan...
though you had no idea what was happening. Alan Tudyk's kiss was better.
He like teaches like Heath Ledger how to kiss or something, right?
It's just the most beautiful movie ever. Also, my mom was saying quotes. Found wanting, you're right. My mom was saying quotes earlier that made me so happy. Like, it's called Alarms. Hello.
So good. It's such a quotable movie.
It's so good.
Oh.
I said Austin's my favorite brother, and Jake said, wow, I see where I rank. Yeah.
He's a duke. No.
Austin's a duke.
He's a pirate. And then they kiss. That's how
the
Black Pearl.
He calls him a blacksmith, not a duke.
Yeah, whatever. It's all the same.
How does a Commodore rank? Below a Baron? Commodore, a different thing, because Commodore is...
Naval.
And
like 400 years in the future.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
like this
yeah.
is all like...
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, what year is the medieval times?
Is it the 1200s? Say again.
Yes.
I want to say like 12. It's like a better Siri version because like I don't have to like rephrase my question a million times.
No, exactly.
And it's like Taron Egerton wasn't in the Mark Ruffalo Experience.
Wait.
We're moving on from Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, we were watching WandaVision though. Speaking of Paul Bettany, last week.
Yeah.
Well, am I gonna spoil it for anybody? Anyway.
Say it without spoilers.
We were watching it, and I was just like, Sean, they pulled a Lindsay Lohan Experience on this movie. It was great.
It is great.
Longtime fans will understand. Longtime fans of the Weekly Rental. What should we call them? Ooh.
Renters.
Our renters.
And we are your slumlords. Oh.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So we were
am flustered.
thinking...
5th to 15th century. Thank you, Sagan.
Thank you. We were thinking for next week. Should we tell them?
Sure.
Yeah, and then I'll put up polls later. We were thinking... What were we thinking?
Biopic?
Yeah.
We were calling it?
We were thinking biopic. Initially, we were thinking musicals.
I was thinking Rocky Horror, and Amanda said no.
Yeah. Well, there are, like, specific musicals that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So... Hey! Stop! So, yeah, we're thinking biopics because we want to talk about Rocket Man or Bohemian Rhapsody. We were singing a lot of Elton John today. So...
Always.
Yeah. Cool.
Or This is Spinal Tap.
I've never seen that. That's not a biopic.
It's essentially a biopic.
Also, though, you did mention that essentially Almost Famous is a biopic, and I could talk about Almost Famous for like 7 years. So, almost as long as I could talk about the Fellowship of the Ring's opening scene.
It's the opening scene.
Yeah.
Like where they're forging the ring?
Yeah.
Can you recite it in Elvish? Is it racist?
I mean, technically, I'm not Elvish. I'm not a Sylvan elf.
You'd be way prettier. They're tall.
Oh, yeah, I'm more of a hobbit. Let's get real. If I lived in that universe, I'd
It's like
be
when
a
we
hobbit.
went to Idaho and met my mom's brothers. They're all just...
Like you?
Like me.
Small humans?
I tell everyone, like, my dad's really tall, and I'm not.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, A Beautiful Mind.
Or just-
That's a good one. That's a biopic, too. Oh, Selena. That one's great.
What's Selena?
Selena has J-Lo as Selena.
We love J-Lo.
Yeah, I know. She was your first love.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Let's watch the Hulk Hogan one with Chris Hemsworth. That's not out yet.
Oh, well.
He has a video up on Gawker we could watch.
What's Gawker?
It's where Hulk Hogan's sex tape leaked.
Oh. I thought you meant Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to do some Googling. Chris Hemsworth. He is a snack.
Now that I have your attention, go vote.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll post some stuff. We'll do something. This is like exactly an hour.
Nailed it.
Which is almost the runtime of A Knight's Tale. That's 2 hours, but...
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. And for those of you who forgot what it was and how beautiful it was, rewatch it. Send me pictures of you crying so I feel better about myself.
If you get pulled over by the cops and you just have pictures of people crying on your phone, you're getting arrested.
No, they're all over age.
Okay, fair enough.
It's fine. There's nothing illegal about photos of people crying.
Yeah, that raises a lot of
But,
questions.
like, if they're crying with, like, duct tape and, like,
It's like
rope around their wrist.
It's not illegal for me to have a trunk full of children's shoes, but it's going to raise questions.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh.
Anyway, on that note...
Thank you guys all so much
for
following us down the rabbit hole.
We really love seeing all of your names pop up in the chat every week.
Yeah, mostly
It makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
We'll just act it out, Austin. Me and you.
Yeah.
Brother.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Until then, I wish we had a sign-off catchphrase.
Keep signing those leases. No? If you come back by 9, we'll give you store credit.
Oh, that's cute.
If you return by 9.
If you watched again.
Yeah.
If you guys just go back and rewatch all of our own vids, just get the view count up, hit that like button.
Hit that like, subscribe, send it to 5 people you know.
Yeah, send it to your grandmother. She'll like it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Cool. Bye. We love